Hi Church. Each week leading up to Christmas, we at Queen's Park Baptist Church are doing an Advent reflection on Scripture, drawn from our overall theme of Home for Christmas. The Scripture this week is Isaiah 42, verses 1 to 3 and verses 6 to 9. Here is my servant whom I uphold, my chosen one in whom I delight. I will put my spirit on him, and he will bring justice to the nations. He will not shout or cry out, or raise his voice in the streets. A bruised reed he will not break, and a smouldering wick he will not snuff out. In faithfulness he will bring forth justice. I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness. I will take hold of your hand. I will keep you and will make you to be a covenant for the people, and a light for the Gentiles, to open eyes that are blind, to free captives from prison, and to release from the dungeon those who sit in darkness. I am the Lord, that is my name. I will not yield my glory to another, or my praise to idols. See, the former things have taken place, and new things I declare. Before they spring into being, I announce them to you. This is a beautiful prophetic description of the coming hope for the nation of Israel, their Messiah, Jesus the Christ. And as we read on, not only is Jesus the hope for the nation of Israel, but he is a light for Gentiles, for other nations, for us to free captives and to open blind eyes. I love in verse 6, I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness. I will take hold of your hand. Whether God is talking about us as his people or whether he's talking of Jesus, it strikes me as beautifully intimate, that for all of God's immensity, he is a personal and intimate God too, able to hold hands with us. In the same vein, the picture of God's chosen one as one who doesn't break a bruised reed or snuff out a smouldering wick is beautiful too. It seems to me a picture of Jesus bringing justice in compassion and in mercy. We are depicted as bruised reeds and smouldering wicks, not fit for purpose, not quite doing what we were intended for, a little bit broken. But Jesus, whom God the Father chooses and puts his Spirit upon, does not despise us or end us or break us or snuff us out. God, through the whole collection of scriptures, seems to love small beginnings. He loves to work his glory through human weakness. And this Christmas I'm reminded of the smallest beginning of them all, the birth of God's servant, the chosen one in whom God delights, that the whole world could possibly be saved from death through the incarnation, the life and death of Jesus Christ, a Jewish man from Galilee and God himself made human. Something I find essential in my own journey with Jesus is the practical application of what I believe, because as Christians our whole journey is to become more like the Christ. And in the same way that Jesus doesn't snuff me out or break me, the bruised reed, how am I caring for those around me who are hurt and struggling, who aren't quite living out the purposes they were created for? How can I, in mimicking Jesus, also help him to release captives and free prisoners? I think of the Point, my workplace, and our church's big community outreach project. This is the direction that I hope and pray and work towards here. I've been so and your response to our Christmas appeals and requests for volunteers in the middle of a second lockdown. And I'm praying that as we close this year out, we can be showing to our communities in Glasgow the same compassion and mercy that was shown to us on that first Christmas day.